letters to the MECs almost 2 weeks ago. I'm still explaining. You want to say something before I explain? Okay. Honorable Kekan.
Thank you very much, Chair. I hear you have noted only 2 apologies and we're expecting 3 departments today. Is the other MECs going to be available?
I don't know. I don't have any apology before me. So I'm dealing with the 2 apologies that I've received. Yes. Am I correct, Simon? Those are the 2 we've received. Okay. So we wrote these letters about 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Do you have the date, Mampati? I think it, because we knew it was about 2 weeks ago. No. Because we wanted them to respond by Friday. So it was not last week, a week before, when we wrote these letters to them. And the letters clearly state, 1, they are addressed to the MECs. They are not addressed to departments. 2, they clearly state that we want the MEC to be present. So that's the problem we have now. On the day of the meeting, we received the apology. What this means is that I don't think that the Premier's Budget Council is something that is organized overnight. It's not possible. It's something that's organized long in advance. So they should have informed us long ago that we are unable to come on that day. So I thought I should put it to you, honorable members, that we've got this in our hands. What do we do? Remember the problems we have with the report of the human settlement, the issues we want to raise with health. So I don't know. I'm putting it to you. I need your guidance. What do we do? Honorable Randall, Honorable Ncube.
Yes, thank you, Chair. It's quite disappointing because you've got all these stakeholders here this morning. We are serious about the work. We are serious about the problems experienced in those 2 departments. If they are not here to account, what will we achieve at the end of the day? There's no time, unfortunately, so time is not our friend at this stage with regards to going through this process. So I'm really disappointed. I don't think we will get the value that we were expecting from the answers coming from officials and without the MECs. So I'm truly disappointed, but yeah, it's not in my hands to say whether we're going to continue or not. I don't think we have time to postpone any meeting at this stage.
Honorable Ncube. Then Honorable Kanyani.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Chairperson, I think I'm assuming also that the HOTs are not here. I'm assuming.
Let's not assume, because we don't know. It's going to be dangerous to assume, yeah.
Okay, no, it's fine, but this is Budget Council. Okay. Honorable Chairperson, I want to agree with you that we're being snubbed. They knew even yesterday. They knew last week, but they couldn't respect the committee and yourself. I would agree that maybe I don't know, but the Budget Council is not going to take the whole day and the whole evening. We're booked in here. Let them finish there and come back. Let them finish there and come back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Honorable Kanyani.
Yeah, it's a problem because Chair, yeah, let me start by greet everybody. My name is Mpapa Kanyani, the member of the committee of SCOPA. Yeah, I think we are put in a corner because, as you indicated, that the officials, they do implement, but the accountability lies with the MECs. And if they are not here, then what does it mean to us? Because we are not here for just to tick the box. We took time to come up with questions after we've scrutinized the AG report. And we also wrote letters where we expected that if there are challenges, they would have really responded on time. But to get the apologies this morning, obviously it put us at a corner. And I would really say somewhere we have to do justice to our cause. Otherwise, we're going to compromise the entire activities of SCOPA. And I want to put it to you, Chair, to say, as a proposal, that if you continue, for me, it's just a circumlocation. I don't think we'll be doing justice to this. We need the full package when we really deal with the matter. And I would propose that let's be honest. And I know we don't have time, but we can't just do things for the sake of there is no time. Let's do things properly. Maybe we take a strong position, and we also write a letter to the leader of government business to say we are ready to put everything at hold because of this. But we want to move forward, we want to finish our work. And we get, yeah, I know, but that's my proposal, that for me just to do things for the sake of doing, it will really give us a problem. We need to do things properly. Do what is usual. I mean, what is usual, we normally turn them back, but it looks like very harsh and negative, and want to be positive, but if you don't have option, what do you do? I would leave it with you, Chair.
Well, Atkinson.
Thank you, Chairperson. Very great. Okay. Yeah. No, thanks very much, Chairperson. Chairperson, I just want to confirm whether this committee has a power to subpoena people, because I think we've been shown immense disrespect, and also they're not respecting the whole issue of oversight of exactly what this committee does. I mean, it's an integral part of government, and I think if needs be, we should actually subpoena those the MECs if we have the power to do so. So it shouldn't be a matter of whether they can appear or can't appear. By law, we should force them to appear. Thank you.
Honorable Kekana.
Chair, yeah, I want to agree with the members here that we are actually being undermined. Firstly, there's an institutional program which is being shared to all the MPLs, including the executive. So they knew before. The institutional program was released a while ago. So they know that the hearings are sitting for SCOPA. And yet they arrange the budget council to coincide with the SCOPA hearings, which they know are very crucial and important in the work of the legislature. So I want to suggest that before we conclude, you said the one other MEC has not apologized. Maybe we should check with her if she would be available. I don't know what time slot you had set aside for roads and transport. And if she is available, she can come with her team. But the other two departments, I don't think we should consider them. Thank you very much.
Now, just to put things into perspective, sorry. You'll all know that Wednesdays are caucus days. So any activity that happens on a Wednesday, you need permission from your chief whip or leader of your party. we sitting here as COPA, we wrote the letters to our chief whips, and they gave us permission. We even wrote to the office of the chair of chairs, and they gave us permission. That's the first thing. So this meeting is held with correct approval, right? Secondly, the letters that were written to the MECs, it was on the 25th of October. Today is the 9th of November. They should have known that they are not going to be able to attend, so they should have written to us and said, we apologize. Then we could have rearranged things. So the big concern we have, honorable members, is the fact that we have amongst us chairpersons of MPEX who had to excuse themselves from other activities to come here. We have the Office of the Auditor General, who also had to excuse themselves from other engagements to come here. Also, we have Treasury, the same. Although it's officials, because we had agreed with the MEC that we want officials, so that's different. Now, I think the point that members are making is that this process, for it to be as it's supposed to be, we cannot engage officials. They don't account to us. They account to MECs. They can come here and tell us things tomorrow. When you want to engage the MECs, they'll say, we don't know those things. You don't know what you're talking about, which can be a serious problem. Now, the bigger problem we have is that you don't have time. We only have one meeting left for the year, which is on the 29th and 30th. And we must table our reports. So, we need to decide what we do. So it's clear that we won't be able to engage these two departments. I don't want to phone the MEC. Okay, we're saying we should phone her, the MEC for transport, to phone to see if she can come early. Yes. Yes. So what I want to suggest is from our team, what's it again? Just hold on. Yeah. No, Simon tells me that they've just received an email from MEC Diale Tlabela apologizing that she won't be able to attend the meeting. So, I suggest you do the following. Okay, before I say so, let's hear Honorable Tilange.
Chair, thank you very much. I'm a whip. I'm a chief whip and I'm sitting here. Then anyone else could have been here. So that is not an excuse. This was discussed. We knew what was going on. This is a legislative, part of the legislative program. As municipalities have their programs, we have ours, and Parliament has got theirs for things to flow. The departments are not here, and I'm telling you from my side, I do not accept the apology from any of the people who sent it now. I don't. As a matter of fact, I want to go as far as to say, I am going to lay charges from my side. I can't tell this committee what to do, but I am going to lay charges for the omission of them doing their work. And they can't say they knew. No one is new. They've been members, then they've been chairpersons. Now some of them are MECs. If you want that position, you must honor and respect the rest of your colleagues and for the institution and how matters are flowing here. What we do, all of us, is important, and it goes like that. We interlink. So no, I do not accept any apologies. It's not health. If it's not health or worse news than that, then I'm afraid they could have been here. They should have been here. I had my caucus this morning, that's why I'm a minute late. But I did it, I finished it, I arranged it like that. We sit with the same problem, the same issue, a lack of discipline and respect in one of my other committees as well. And we also continuously spend an immense amount of money, and then people just don't pitch. I do not accept that. I will not in this term accept it. I will lay charges. I'm telling you from my side. And if I have to do it on my own, from our party side, then so be it. But I do not sit here for someone else to keep kicking me in the teeth and think I'm just squabbling around, because I'm not. The work I'm doing, and I will put out a media release if it needs be. That is how serious this is, and call them by the names. If they want the positions, they must carry the responsibility. And carry the responsibility also means that you also are an example for the rest of the people to follow. Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Tilange, just to correct you, you said we invited departments. No, it's not department. We're talking MECs, not departments. The second thing is that already as this committee have got certain powers, and already Honorable Atkinson has said that we might have to look at that. Now, I don't think that it is fair on your part to want to exclude yourself as part of this committee and do actions alone. Because this committee as a team is taking a decision on what it wants to do. So I want to beg you that you be part of us. Because if you do it like that, there are other things that can be said and then can create problems. But I just want to say for now, the committee is taking a decision. So help the committee to take a decision, because you are part of us. That's what I want to appeal to you.
Thanks, Chair. I will do so, and you will remember that I have asked numerous times in the past, numerous times, what teeth do we have? Because every time we just accept and we just carry on. We never get to a point where we actually take a stance and stick with it. That's the only thing I mean. But apart from that, I stick to what I say. Thanks.
We will deviate from what we're discussing if we get into some of the things you are saying. But let's come back to the issue. I'm not responding to what you've said just because I agree. I'm just not responding because we'll move away from the issue we're debating now. I want to take a decision. Honorable Ncube, Honorable Chitangano.
Thank you. Honorable Chairperson, I had a proposal. I haven't had a second or it falls off.
Before you go ahead, I was about to get the meeting to that, but
okay.
If I see hands up, I can't move because I don't know what people are going to say. So I already have two members outside of you who wants to say something.
Okay.
I don't know what they're going to say.
So the second thing, if it may be okay with the committee and all of us that are here, is that Chairperson also we have a right of calling a press conference. Maybe after a press conference there would be some sense that goes back to them. I'm just proposing a second proposal, doing a second proposal. Thank you.
Honorable Chitangano, then Honorable Badenost.
Chair, let me not say what I wanted to say. Let me respect the chair. Come with the way forward, like you have indicated that you want to come with a proposal, a concrete proposal, and then on the basis of that, I will either come back or not. Thank you.
Not Parinost?
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I need to say this. Chair, accountability is the norm of the day. And those people are scared to come and give an account of what they did. And I mean, Chair, think for yourself. If those people are doing this, it's not the first time that people are disrespecting us, because it happened in the past that people never wanted to come and appear here because they were asking funny questions. But now today it shows again that these people doesn't have morals. That's why that they can't, that's why that they don't want to come here. Because if they had any morals, they would have said, no, you notified us, but this is the problem. But this thing, they knew about this meeting that they are having today. And they just refrained to come here and say, listen, yeah, people, I'm just going to slap them in the face and tell them we're not coming. I mean, Chair, this is not on. And what people, if people are disrespecting us, then it means they are not respecting the people of Gauteng even. Thank you, Chair.
Okay, because this meeting might drag for a long time, let me just come with what I seem to be hearing us saying, and then you'll correct me. First, we agree that we cannot have a public hearing with officials of departments. The public hearings are with executive authorities who are MECs. Because they have apologized, the public hearings must be postponed. Number two, that I must, as the chair, engage first the Premier to raise the concern. Secondly, the Speaker to notify her. Then also that we will then have to decide here, after, if we agree with this proposal, when do we, because we must have these public hearings, when do we have them? And then from there, we might have to take the route suggested by Member Atkinson, because we've got powers to subpoena. And then the other matter we must then resolve, if you agree with this proposal. We've spent money to come here. This thing, it's, what do you call it, fruitless and wasteful expenditure. I think we must hold them accountable, that they must then be able to refund the legislature for these sittings. We're doing it because had they sent the apologies long time ago, then we wouldn't be here. But we cancel an apology on the same day of the meeting. And if we agree with all that, the other thing then we'll have to do is to apologize to first members of, or chairpersons of MPEC who are here, the Office of the Auditor General, Gauteng Provincial Treasury officials, and then the members of the public who are following these discussions. So let me, if honourable members agree with the proposal as set. Honourable Kekana?
Yes, Chair, I move for the adoption of those proposals. I second them. And I think you forgot the department, the ones that you put outside, we also need to apologize to them, the Department of Health. Officials
You
from the
apologize to officials of the MEC who are ill-disciplined.
Oh, okay. No, I thought it was just courteous to say we are sorry the meeting is not going to
Oh,
take
no,
place.
we'll call them to explain
Yes,
to them.
I
we'll
mean
do,
that.
yes.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Tangano?
I second, Chair, the proposal.
Okay, so we agree. Honorable Atkinson.
Chair, I agree with the proposal. And as you said, I think it's very important that we subpoena them because we cannot afford for this to happen again. Because as you say, we've had fruitless and wasteful expenditure today. We can't afford for it to happen again. So they need to be compelled by law to be at that next meeting. Thank you.
Then we need then to have a discussion about when do we call them again. I want to make the following proposal that we because our next meeting is scheduled for the 29th and the 30th. We call them on the 29th, and then we'll use the 30th to deal with all other things. But we'll assess if there's a need for us to convene, to cancel the meeting on the 30th, we'll do so. Let me tell you what is the issue. Remember, the meeting on the 30th was going to consider some of the reports, and then we're going to have other public hearings with other departments. So we'll have to assess that, because you can't have a public hearing with departments if you haven't looked at the reports. Because we need to be sure what exactly are we going to be asking them. So we'll have that problem of, if we don't have the meeting to consider the reports of education, it's infrastructure development. We were going to, which one? Yeah, we were going to also consider, we were discussing the stuff, we're also going to consider, is it housing fund or, is it housing fund? Or what is it, the one for, that's linked to human settlement? Yes, because there are problems there. So we're going to consider those, but we need first to have our discussion. We thought we'll do it on a Tuesday the 29th, then have them on the 30th. Now, which means, yeah, that's something that we must discuss. How do we handle that? It could mean we postpone until next year. But we don't cancel the meeting on the 29th. We have them here, we engage them, but then the other public hearings be postponed to next year. Is that agreed, honourable members? Okay. So I hope we've dealt with all the things that you needed to deal with. Let me now officially say to the chairpersons of MPEX, we sincerely apologize. I think you were part of our meeting, you realize what the problem is, and I think you also agree with us, because that's how oversight is done. We can't have officials accounting to us. It doesn't help us. We need politicians, we need the political heads. So we can't have them without them. Apologize to the Office of the AG. I know that you also have a problem for our next meeting. We already know about it, so we'll talk up with you around it, about it maybe after this. To Gauteng Treasury officials, we're sorry. I think you understand. Yes, we'll also engage MEC Mamawulo to explain to him. There are people who are following us on social media and everywhere. We also want to apologize. Unfortunately, we didn't have the people who must account to us or must take responsibility. So we have to postpone the meeting, because unless we do that, we think that it will also not benefit the public as a whole. So we apologize to them for the time that they've set aside to follow our discussions, but we have to cancel because of this. Let's call the officials from the department to come in. Yes, before that.
Sorry, can I just get clarity then? Are we going to subpoena them now? Because if we do not, like Member Atkinson has said, if we do not subpoena, we cannot find them guilty in contempt of, according to the standing rules.
So you're going to do that for the 29th of November, yes? Please do call them in. Close the door behind us. Okay, thank you very much. May we find out who is leading the delegation? And may they introduce themselves?
Good morning, Honorable Chairperson. I'm leading the delegation. I'm Dr. Nomondi Noluchungu, Head of Department of Health and Wellness.
Thank you, HOD. You're welcome. We want to indicate to you that we've had a discussion. We've received an apology from MEC Gomola Ralihuku. She indicated that she's attending the Premier's Budget Council. We thought HODs are also part of that. That's not how it works, no?
I'm not sure how it works yet, Honorable Chairperson.
Yeah, so we've had, when we received that apology, we've had to have a discussion. As you would know, maybe you don't, but let me just let you know that we know that you are responsible for the implementation of the PFMA in the Department of Health and in the Medical Supply Depot. But you are not accountable to the legislature. It's the MEC who's accountable to the legislature. So we have taken a decision that because the MEC is not here, we are going to postpone this public hearing. So we'll let you know what is the way forward. At least you'll hear from the MEC what is going to be the way forward. So we thought you should let you know about that.
Noted, Chairperson. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You are excused.
You, Chair, and honorable members.
Pinky, do you know that you are out of order? You don't take records of sittings of the legislature. in a sitting of the legislature, you don't take pictures, you don't, because it's the responsibility of the media and the media house of the legislature. Okay, thank you very much. So, I think we are done. The only thing that is left, Honorable Parinos, want to say something? Oh. The only thing that is left now is for us to go home. Was it again? Huh? Okay, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you.